if proven to be true, Jim Harbaugh should be fired immediately, and Michigan should not be allowed to compete for a championship this year. You cannot have a program, again, if found guilty of cheating, to compete and win a championship this year. How is that? How does that make any sense? You cannot do it. I said before, but for me, this is the baseball, or I should say the college football version of the Astros cheating scandal. Look at the similarities here. And in case you aren't aware of all the details, I know there's a lot coming out. Don't worry, I'll fill you in as we go. Please stay along. I will guide you the best way I can. So you know, right? Everyone knows about the Astros cheating scandal. You had the camera fixated on the catcher's signs. You bang the trash can. Boom. One bangs a fastball. Two bangs, bang, bang. Here's a curveball. Three bangs, bang, bang, bang. Here's a changeup. And in real time, the Astros figured out a way to let whoever's at bat know what pitch is coming so they can have a better chance to get on base and obviously have success. That was the Astros cheating scandal. Michigan football is doing the football equivalent of that. Here's what Michigan is being accused of. Connor Stallions is a Michigan staffer. He allegedly, either himself or had other people go in his place, would buy tickets to future opponents' games of Michigan. So if Penn State played Michigan on, let's say, November 30th, he would go to a Penn State game on November 5th. And what would he do? He or whoever he chose to go in his place would go to the game, would sit 45-yard line, high enough up, though, to get a direct view of the sideline. And they would pull out their phone and record the coaches signaling in the plays offensively and defensively to their team so that they can decode those signs in the weeks leading up to the game so that by game time, if James Franklin or Ryan Day or whoever they're playing goes right shoulder, right arm up, let me swing it around like I'm, waving a towel here and then hit my belt. Most of the times, me and you, that's gibberish. I don't know what that means. And it's tough to pick up in a game-like atmosphere. But because Michigan did all this illegally, which, by the way, they can't go in person to scout future teams' games. Should have mentioned that. And you can video in stadiums of future opponents' games. So Michigan's breaking two rules. In-person, future scouting, and also, by the way, doing so with video. Two rules they broke. And now they're able to decode the signs that coaches are giving to their team before the game so that, again, when you do the hand signal I just said, oh, that's a sweep to the right. Hey, guys, they're going to hand the ball off to the right side of the field. And then you can align, if your defense is on the field, align to stop that. Or if you're on offense and you see the defensive coordinator hit the B, the belt, let's go, B means blitz. Oh, he's hitting his belt, the guys are going to blitz. You can now tell the offense, hey, blitz is coming. Let's change the play or let's change the protection to guard against that. So the Astros, right, were banging the trash can to tell the batter what pitch was coming. The Michigan Wolverines have people going to games illegally, in person, videoing them illegally, and then watching the video to decode the signs before the game, which you can't do, in order that by game time, they basically knew what each signal meant, so they could basically know what each play is being run on the offensive and defensive ends and have a major advantage and knowing before the ball is snapped what the other team is doing each and every play. And just like the Astros, Michigan is riding this wave to success. The Astros that year, right, the 2017 year, they won the World Series. They rode that cheating scandal and they rode that cheating system to a World Series championship. Well, look at Michigan. Because this alleged cheating started in 2021. So let's just break down the numbers really fast here. Michigan pre-cheating, Michigan currently cheating. So again, it started in 2021. If we look at the Jim Harbaugh era then, pre-cheating, alleged cheating, I should say, pre-alleged cheating, from 2015 when he got there until 2020, Jim Harbaugh won 69% of his games. He won 49-22. against his three big rivals, Penn State, Michigan State, Ohio State. He went a combined 6-11 in those 6 seasons. Did not have one Big Ten championship, so zero Big Ten championships. 0 times did Michigan finish above third place in their own division. Now, let's look at Michigan since the alleged cheating. 2021, 2022, and so far half of 2023. In those 2.5 seasons, since they have allegedly been cheating and illegally filming team signals and decoding them, they are 33-3, good for a 92% win percentage. Against their Big Three rivals, they are 6-1. They've won 2 Big Ten championships and made 2 college football playoff appearances, soon to be 3 in each if this season goes how we think it's going to go. So, just to recap here, before Michigan cheated, they were a good team, right? 70% of their games, okay, not as great as you want against the rivals. They were okay. Again, 6-11 against your Big Three rivals, no Big Ten championships, and again, 0 times do they finish in the Big Ten East Division above third place. Now, they start cheating. In the 2.5 years they started cheating, they win the Big Ten back-to-back years. They beat Ohio State back-to-back years. They make the college football playoff back-to-back years. They're currently undefeated. And right now, as we sit here on Tuesday, November 24th, are the betting favorite to win the national championship game. Is that a coincidence to you? Is that a coincidence? Before cheating, they're an average to good team. Post-cheating, or since they started cheating, their numbers in terms of success, in terms of big wins, in terms of Big Ten championships have skyrocketed. Skyrocketed. Doesn't seem like a coincidence to me. And that's why if you are the NCAA, I don't know how you look at this. And again, if you can come to a quick conclusion, if you can gain evidence and prove Michigan knowingly and willingly sent people to different future opponents' games, which you cannot do, filmed the team's sideline signals, which you cannot do, and use this for their benefit, Jim Harbaugh needs to be fired immediately, and you cannot allow this Michigan team, who has benefited so far from cheating this season, to compete for a national championship. You can't do it. It's unfair to everybody else in college football. You cannot do it. That's why this is so serious. This has massive implications. This is a team, a storied football team that could have their rise to prominence back again be because of nefarious actions, be because of illegal activity. And there is no way on this earth you can convince me or try to make an argument that Jim Harbaugh didn't know. There's no way. It's too elaborate, it's too big. ESPN on said that the Michigan staffer Connor Stallions bought, 30 tickets, 30 Big Ten games over 3 years. Now, Yahoo Sports today is reporting that on top of just Big Ten games, they have gone to and scouting future Michigan opponents. They've also gone to future college football playoff opponents in years past. They've been to the SEC title game. Last year, they went to Tennessee. They've looked at other potential opponents of who they could play and tried to get people in those stadiums to video their signals to have an advantage if they were to meet in the college football playoff. I don't see how this is any different than the Astros. The Astros cheated to know what pitch was coming. Michigan is cheating to know what play is coming. What's the difference? What is the difference? You're really telling me there's not an advantage if you're the defense and you know what play is coming? You cannot make an argument. You cannot tell me if you're on offense and you know the blitz is coming through the A-gap, or you know that they are playing a zone defense, that play that you then will not know how to check out of the play and put in a better play to have more success. You absolutely will. You can't tell me that doesn't matter. It matters. It absolutely matters. That's why Michigan is doing it. And that's why Michigan is going to the lengths that they did it. 30 games, or 30 different Big Ten games they went to over 3 years. Do the math. I mean, that's any opponent they took seriously that season on their schedule. They basically were in that stadium. And then they expanded it to now go see different potential college football playoff teams they could face. It's obviously working enough to where there's another report, Oregon, Washington. Out west, when Oregon was 6th in the country, Michigan had someone there. They clearly believed it gave them some sort of advantage because look how they're going to the West Coast, they're going to the South, they're going everywhere in Big Ten country to get video and film of coaches signaling to their players. They wouldn't spend that money, they wouldn't go to those lengths if it didn't work. It obviously works. And so now we are looking at the Michigan Wolverines, one of the best teams of the last 3 years, potentially building all their success and trying to win a national championship this year off of the foundation of illegal sign stealing. Exactly what the Astros did. It's no different. And there needs to be consequences ASAP. There needs to be conclusions ASAP. If you're the NCAA, I think you owe it to every other Division I college football program to have a resolution made and get to the bottom of this before Selection Sunday, before the college football playoff field is set. Because you cannot allow Michigan, if they are convicted of cheating, this season, last season, 2021, you cannot allow them, a program convicted of cheating, if found true, to compete for a championship. And leave another team out that I'm not going to say did things the right way, but didn't cheat. Can't do it. So you look at this. This is the Astros 2.0. This is college football's Astros scandal right now coming to life. Michigan is alleged to be stealing signs illegally, sending people to stadiums, which you cannot do, filming the coaches' signals, which you absolutely cannot do, in order to memorize them, decode them by the time they play later on in the season, and have answers to every single play the other team is running. That's a massive advantage, and if found guilty, if found to have done this, Jim Harbaugh needs to be fired immediately, and Michigan should be ineligible to compete for the college football national title